good evening everybody. Welcome to the UKW Arena here in Batley. It is Friday night. There's a lot of people in this room tonight, and it is the Friday night Showdown pre-show. Oh, sorry, no, the Friday night Super Showdown pre-show. I'm Brett Hadley here at ringside, joined by the one, the only Sid Phoenix. Hello, young man. How are you?
I'm alright. I think it's the first time since I shocked you, shall I say?
You did more than shock me. So you're not in there anymore, but you are sat here with me, and it's a pleasure to have you here at the commentary desk.
What better pleasure to be here on Super.
Not just any old Showdown, Sid. Super! I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight. You've seen the video, right?
I've seen the video.
Super Showdown.
How you announced it, I expect it every time.
I nearly went all Tony Chimmel and nearly did but then I resisted it. Anyway, Super Showdown for a reason. You'll find that out. It is stacked. It is loaded with action tonight here at the UKW Arena here in Batley. And yeah, there's a lot of people in here.
How can I say it?
Is this the biggest crowd we've had on a Friday night?
I'm going to say
It's got to be getting there, hasn't it? It's a good time every Friday night. We are 8 nights away from our next big premium event. Pride and Glory, Sid.
How can I say?
Woohoo, yes.
And to segue into it, the reason we are super, shall we say, is because we have the Super Tag League final round.
It's been going on for the past couple of weeks on Showdown. Tag Team Supremacy is what all the teams, 4 teams in each bracket, are vying for. And at the minute, it's anybody's game, although we do have sort of a clear runner in one of the brackets.
There's a team that's won all 3, shall we say.
Indeed. Last week they won 2 in one night because they wanted competition. They got it. Jonathan Sedgwick and Mustafa Khan, top of that bracket. They've won everything. They've got 9 points at the minute.
I'm going to say that. Can they be caught in that?
I don't know.
Bracket I'm trying to work out in my head.
It's going to be difficult.
But then obviously you have an other side.
There is another side.
To obviously find out who they may face, because obviously it's winner against winner.
The winners will face off of each bracket at Pride and Glory on the 25th. The Tag Team Supreme. Do they get a title shot? I think they might do.
No, it's as it stands to be called the Super Tag League Champions.
Okay, because the Tag Team Champions are in the Super Tag League, but this is another segue. They're not doing amazingly.
I guess has it been 2 full
draws?
Timeout?
It's been 2 time limit draws, which means that NRG, the current reigning Tag Team Champions, have only got 2 points. Out of a possible 9, they've only got 2. They went to a time limit draw with...
I'll correct you, they're out of a possible 6 for them.
Oh yeah, they've only had 2 matches. Not everybody's had 3 matches. They've only done 2 there. I'm glad you're here to correct me, Sid. I really am.
So we don't get too confused.
This is it. So first of all, they drew with the Persian Empire with Joe Sedgwick and Johan Hunt, and then last week they drew with the Collective. And they've only got 2 points. And the people who are there to rub it right in their face, the Brotherhood. Flaming Damon Crow and Uther.
They do not leave them alone. As soon as that last match ended last week, they were straight out.
They were there. Like leeches in the night, they were there to remind NRG that NRG aren't winning. Like they need reminding. But there's the Brotherhood, who are also in the Super Tag League. They're all there to remind the champions that it's tough at the top. Yeah. Basically.
You might have the UKW Tag Champions, but you're not top in this group.
No, and the Brotherhood seem to have particular issue with our champions of Hamza Masoa and Momentum. And we saw last week the Brotherhood were paying off the Mercer...
Yes.
Sorry, just wait a minute for this, just wait. Nary for hire, Sebastian Mercer, they paid him off, and he got caught because we caught it on camera.
He was quick to shut it down. You saw him fly.
He was very quick to get that
action.
He didn't think he'd get caught, but he did get caught. He needs to realise there's cameras everywhere. We saw him take that money off the Brotherhood, and later on in the night we saw why. Because downstairs in our training room,
I can say after the match, after
they'd already had
gone through that 15-minute draw, we saw him just demolish them in the training ring downstairs.
Demolishing Mo and Hamza with chairs, with his kit, and the Brotherhood were just there laughing about it, and it was quite obvious at that point it was all the setup.
Yeah, we finally found out what they'd paid for, shall we say.
Yeah, and they got their money's worth out of the Genesis Ignite champion, that is Sebastian Mercer, but he will be in action tonight on Super Showdown against the owner and CEO and member of the Persian Empire, Jonathan Sedgwick. And it's only the second time these two men have met in a singles match.
Only the second. And
only the second.
And you've got to think Sebastian Mercer's going to have confidence. He's going to be everything. He's the Genesis champion.
And he's the champ for a reason. He's ruling over Wednesday nights at the minute. If you see this week's Genesis Ignite, he's well in the pocket of the Genesis general manager, who's my friend and yours, Leonie Rose.
No, I can say this now.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can say how you really feel now, Sid.
My true feelings can come out now.
So, what are your true feelings on Leonie Rose?
It's an absolute disgrace. I've been in that general manager position. It's an absolute disgrace of power. The way I like it, wins mean something, losses mean something. She's not doing that. She's picking favourites. It's clear to see.
Very true.
Mercer, is Mercer paying her?
No, you never know.
Is he using the money he's earning to pay the general manager?
I mean, she's not going to refuse it, I know that. But yeah, it seems to be that those two are quite pally on Wednesday nights. Make sure you watch this week's Genesis Ignite. It's now up on our YouTube channel. I watched it yesterday.
I was here live.
You were here to see it in living colour. You were. I watched it though last night at home with Tommy Dillon and Dylan Chase. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Tommy Dillon and Dylan Chase. There you go, all the Dillons. They are there, and it is another cracking show. But Sebastian Mercer tonight here on Super Showdown against Jonathan Sedgwick. Also tonight, though, we have a major return, Sid Phoenix.
Is it major? Is it huge?
Yeah, it couldn't be any bigger because it is the brand new UKW World Heavyweight Champion himself.
Yeah, but what champion gets our belt and leaves the country, Brett? I hate this. The title should be here, week in, week out on Showdown. It shouldn't be took over to America.
He told everybody, he told me, Shelby, you, anybody, the cameraman, the lighting guy, the photographer, the kid in the crowd, he told every single person what he was going to do. And he did it.
Yes, he backed up his words.
And that's what he's good at.
He is the essential.
That's what he is very good at.
Wins it and disappears for weeks on end.
Him and Shauna Reed both won titles at Revolutionary Road, and then off they went. See you, bye.
Like I say, where are our titles gone? You won them here, defend them here. We want to see them on Showdown.
You really are saying how you really feel.
I am. I'm wound up that the title's gone.
It's so true, though.
From this world title, but disappeared from our brand. It's our top.
It is our title.
Belt.
But what Paul Hubris did do on that first week, he did send a video in, how gracious, and he did say that next week at Pride and Glory he would offer a worldwide, quote, worldwide open challenge for the UK Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. So who's going to step up?
I guess I've not heard anyone stepping up yet.
Who is going to step up and take on the essential Paul Hubris and maybe shut him up? That's the question.
Or are they waiting to the last second so he hasn't time to prepare? Are they being smart?
I think they might be. I think it's a good idea to be smart.
He's being cocky, shall we say? He's trying to big it up. He can take anyone, but it's an open challenge. They are the worst to be in. I'm a former wrestler. You have an open challenge. No. You cannot prepare. It doesn't matter what you've done.
You're creating a rod for your own back.
You've got to think about everyone's moves. You've got to think about what they can throw at you.
This is it. It could be anybody. So Paul Hubris is leaving himself wide open, but he is here tonight. He is in the building. I have seen him with my own eyes. He is here, and he will address the crowd tonight. And I don't know if he's going to make many friends with this rather large crowd in Batley.
Well, come on, he doesn't make many friends when he walks out. He calls himself the essential, everyone else calls him non-essential.
Maybe we'll get that chat tonight. Maybe.
He'll hate me for doing that, but...
You did that, not me. Again, it's on your head, but he can't hit you because you're now not an active competitor anymore.
He's welcome to hit me and I can press charges now.
Well, exactly.
There we go.
That's the thing. Instead of retaliating and hitting him back, you could get him put in jail. There is that.
And
it's so true.
There is a man that made a huge statement last week, obviously wanting that match against Damian Black.
Well, this is a little bit strange now because Ian Creed, we're used to coming out here and cowering, and I dare I say that the fans are starting to warm towards.
I'm going to say, it seems like that he's had a total flip.
Am I living in a parallel universe
the fans are now behind him.
Yeah.
And actually behind him.
Yeah, and last week he came out, and I don't know if you saw this because it was quite dark, but I saw him down at the bottom of the ramp. He was touching fingers with the crowd. And I pointed this out to Shelby. I was like, is he touching fingers? Are they cheering him and
he was
like welcoming him?
Did they realise where them fingers
Yeah,
have been?
do you know where those things have been?
It was
so true.
It was like, those were your words said. And I was just laughing when I heard it.
It's true though.
Because we see it every week.
Yeah, but people are starting to warm towards Ian Creed. Anyway, he wants his revenge. He says revenge is what fuels him. And I get this. You know, completely understand, no matter how unorthodox he is or whatever you want to say about him, I get this. Revenge is what fuels him, and he wants revenge on Damien Black. So he challenges the Silencer to a match at Pride and Glory. Out come the cronies, the Brotherhood, and Damon Crowe goes, yeah, fine, we'll accept that. That's fine, yeah, not a problem. But then Ian Creed goes, well, hang on a minute. Right, great, I've got my match, but there's a stipulation to this.
I'm going to say, what idiots can they be the brother?
They just came out here and went, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's obvious, it's Ian Creed, come on, he's going to have something up his sleeve.
And he does have something up his sleeve. It is a Madhouse match. Now, do you have any Scooby-Doo of an idea what this is? Because I sure as hell don't.
I'm guessing it's an Ian Creed.
An Ian Creed creation.
Yeah.
Don't say that after a few drinks on a Friday night in Batley. An Ian Creed creation, the Madhouse match. I've got absolutely no earthly idea what one of those is, kids. But it's what's going to happen.
I'm going to say, are we calling the house the UKW Arena?
Is this a it is a madhouse. I'll give you this. It can resemble a madhouse on show days. I get this.
Involve weapons? Is it going to involve lights out? Is it going to involve different coloured lighting? Is it going to involve no ropes? Is it going to involve... We don't know. It could be anything.
Oh, God. Anyway, Ian Creed and Damien Black next week in 8 nights at Pride and Glory. But tonight, Sid Phoenix, it's Ian Creed against a man who was sat exactly where I am sat 48 hours ago for Genesis Ignite. He is the wildcard Tommy Dillon, who himself has gone under a bit of a change of attitude in the last few weeks, it has to be said.
He's got is it bravado a good word? Has he become...
He got an air horn, oh my God, and that's before JPR comes in here. Anyway, sorry, Tommy Dillon, yeah, what's going on with him?
Has the alphabet got into his head, and has he finally brought out some aggression and
he's very aggressive.
Hatred to everyone, it seems a bit now?
I mean...
He's intent on hurting people, should we say now.
Like, there's a ruthless sort of streak to him.
The man that used to be, let's go Batley, has now ignores them, just cheers for himself.
And he's vicious.
And then the danger, we saw a contract.
Yes, we'll get to this. Yeah, for Pride and Glory, yeah.
Didn't we? And obviously it was like, we've signed it.
Now the we being him and the Alpha Predator Rex Savage. Savage had signed it already. I saw it. Dylan came to me here on the desk. I saw him sign it with a pen while he was here, so he signed it. And then he wanted J-Ro Lewis and the man who's had all these issues with Big Duncan the other week to sign it. J-Ro did sign the contract.
Was quick. He was like a lightning bolt. Give me a pen.
Yeah.
Sign it.
But Duncan didn't look like he wanted to be here and didn't want any part of this. And he didn't sign the contract.
I'm going to say he left this building. That contract is still unsigned. At the minute, it's a handicap match.
At the minute, it is J-Ro Lewis, and God bless J-Ro, but I don't really fancy his chances that high, as I wouldn't anybody, and that's nothing personal against Lewis at all. If it was you, I wouldn't fancy your chances.
I guess it doesn't matter anyone. No. 2-on-1, you are under the odds. It doesn't matter how smart, how ring smart you are, how controlling of that ring. It's 2-on-1. There's always going to be a fresh person on the outside.
Those two people are not just, it's Tommy Dillon and not just a mortal person. It's the Alpha Predator. You see the size of him?
A man that throws anyone about in the ring.
He lobs people about for fun. If I'm I had a chat with Duncan last week. Shelby had a chat with Duncan last week, and he wasn't interested. He wasn't.
It's like that loss has just totally
absolutely destroyed him.
It's just messed with him. It's just killed him.
It really has, and it's like, well, is he done? Is he gonna ever wrestle again? Is he? I know the fire he has, the the aggression he has, the big Duncan that we're used to seeing is not there.
You know, can manhandle anyone in that ring. He's Big Duncan for a reason, 6'9", 420 pounds, I think he is.
Even just sitting down and talking to him though, Sid, he wasn't the same guy. You know, and Shelby said exactly the same. We had two different conversations, hours apart, and it was the same thing that we came together and agreed on. That's just not the same guy. And at the minute, he's not interested in, and he doesn't want revenge, he doesn't want any part of Rex Savage.
It's like he's vacant.
Yeah, that's a good word.
He comes here, it's him, it's Big Duncan, but just vacant.
Like, you ask him how the weather is and how his kids are and how his wife is and how he is, and he's like, oh, I'm great, thanks, wonderful. And then he goes, well, what about Rex? And he's just what about him?
Yeah, it's
literally, what about him? It's not the same Big Duncan.
We know that he needs to sign that contract. He needs to back up his partner in that tag match.
He can't just leave J-Road to the wolves like that. But we will see what happens. Tommy Dillon tonight, though, in action against Ian Creed. The Super Tag League, the return of the Essential, and an absolutely huge crowd here in Batley.
On what sort of show is it?
It's a Super Showdown. You just wanted me to do that, didn't you?
Of course I did. That's like your fault. You set it up that way. That's how you got to do it.
Super Showdown. I'm not going to do it all night,
yes,
though.
Am
I really?
Until the end of this
God.
show. If you have to announce anything with that, it's how it has to be done.
Showdown. You'll see it on the opening video package. That's almost it for the pre-show. The Super Tag League continues tonight. Paul Hubris is here. We've got Ian Creed, Tommy Dillon, Jonathan Sedgwick against Sebastian Mercer, and loads more coming your way, Sid Phoenix.
I'm going
to go and stretch my legs and clear my throat so I can say Super Showdown a bit more. All right. So I'll go and do that?
Yes.
We'll be back for Super Showdown very soon here in the UKW Arena for myself and the wonderful Sid Phoenix. We'll see you very soon.